Hello.
Hi, Stacey.
Hi.
How are you? It's the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
Good. How are you?
Good. Is this an okay time?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you at work?
I am at work, but I just snuck off into a little room.
Okay.
Oh, we do that a lot here, too, but for totally different reasons.
Yeah.
Now,
I can imagine.
you work for a school. We're not going to say which school, but what do you do there?
I am the secretary, and I wear many hats, though. So not only do I do all the, paperwork stuff, but I also am a safe space for a lot of students to come and tell me all of their good things and their bad things and their drama, which is really fun to hear about. But
I'm very interested because whenever I go into my kids' schools, and it's been consistent across the different schools at different ages, the folks that work in the office that have your job, they know everyone. They know everyone's schedule. They know everything that's going on. I don't know how you all do it. Like, I'll walk in and they'll be like, oh, so-and-so. Oh, yeah, your old, so-and-so's older sibling is in this class and this, and they have this going on. How do you do that?
Well, I'm not sure how I do it, but I just, I talk to them a lot, and I like to hear about their lives, and, it is kind of fun hearing all the drama, the good and the bad. But I think it's important to make each kid feel seen and know that they're not just a face to me, but, know their name, know who they're living with, and, who they're dating this week or this day or whatever it is.
I say that, like, how do you do it? But in reality, the secret is that all of you have is you care, which is why you're there in the first place, right? Well, yes. Stacey, you sent us a letter that caught my attention. You made a nomination for our charity, Idiots for Underdogs, supported by the fancy idiots that listen to the show, and some people and businesses have donated as well. And I'm going to share that. So you already know what this says, but listen in while I share it with everybody else, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I won't say the name of the school. Feel free to interject. Hello, my name is Stacey, and I work at, and I'm not saying the school, so I just wrote blank school, filled it in. We need your help. Our school is filled with the excitement of the holidays. By the way, this came in to us just before Thanksgiving. And the kids are pumped for the break, and of course for presents, that is, and everything else going on. And the parents, like most of us other adults, are tired but excited too. Mm-hmm. That's why this email that we got recently from a mother named Dede, who appears to be at her last hope, broke all of our hearts. Stacey wrote, Dede is a bubbly, kind-hearted woman who brightens any room she enters. She is infectious. First to volunteer, last to leave. The exact type of parent everyone in our business education hopes to deal with. That's what makes her situation so heartbreaking. Dede's son, Kayden, started at our school after transferring from another school in the middle of last year to escape a horrific bullying situation. Kayden started mid-year because it just couldn't wait. The bullying was too bad. Kayden was thriving last year and looking forward to a full year at school this year with a little bit of foundation under him. But at the start of the year, Kayden needed emergency surgery and missed the first full week of school out of nowhere.
Oh, God.
Kayden has had ongoing medical complications with his health, which has caused him to miss a ton of school, and he's now considered homebound. Dede, who has some limited family on the other side of the state, but none here, has no one to lean on. Taking so much time off work to care for Kayden led to Dede being let go from her job, which then takes away insurance and everything else. In spite of this, she's still the first to sacrifice for others and to cheer others on. Now then, Stacey, you wrote, Dede sent me this note. I wanted you guys to see it. It said, Hi, Miss Stacey. I don't want Kayden to know that his mom is failing. That gets me. God dang it, does that get me? Yeah. I don't want Kayden to know that his mom is failing at being a provider for his two most favorite holidays and in general. I don't want him to know or even think that our life is a struggle. None of this is his fault, and I know he would take it to blame because he had to have surgery. I don't want him to blame himself for what we are going through, and I don't even want him to know I don't want him to know that I can't do it. Mm-hmm. This is the hardest thing to go through. I lie awake at night wondering how we'll get through. I need help, Miss Stacey. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I don't know what to do next. So then, Stacey, you wrote, that's why I'm nominating Dede for Idiots for Underdogs. We at the school talked about adopting her, and her family as a school, but obviously money isn't exactly falling off trees on education salaries, and a lot of people are also strapped. We're trying our best, but between unemployment, medical bills, and the holidays, Dede and Kayden are sinking. Help them float with their heads above water and let her and Kayden keep shining into the next year as they move past these troubled spots. Stacey, that hit our hearts.
Wow.
A mom writing and saying, I don't want my child to know that I'm failing. First of all, you're not failing.
No.
That's so
I don't know her, but she's not failing. It sounds like she has the heart of a great heart. Is that fair, Stacey?
So fair. I think it takes so much courage to ask for help and be that vulnerable. And I mean, I know she's probably not the only family out there in our school that needs help, but she's someone who asked, and to just have that courage to do that, I felt really responsible to help her. And so we did decide to adopt them as a staff before I had the idea of nominating them. But like you said, we're educators and we don't get paid the big bucks here, but and that's not why we do our jobs. But we wanted to help as much as we could. So, we wanted to do something for them.
Our hoodlums are pretty busy with the holiday break-ins, which will come up on the 19th of this very month. But we wanted to get started with the right spirit. And the whole idea of Idiots for Underdogs, when Hot Wings and I were starting that along with the rest of the show, was to extend the idea of the break-ins beyond just one day in December. And I know this is very close. But as a result, we're going to get this check to you for $5,000 to help this family.
That is so insane. I'm speechless. That is going to change their lives, I think. I think it's going to help them in just the step they need to get in the right direction. And just what a huge blessing. I'm so blown away by that.
And they seem like the type to pay it forward. Which, and by the way, a parent having to move their child to a different school because of bullying, that breaks my heart
It's a nightmare.
so badly.
It's an absolute
already
nightmare.
terrible.
It's
Oh,
something
my
that I
gosh.
worry about all the time. Stacey, how is Kayden's health?
Well, they're still homebound, and they try to come once a week just to get that social aspect, because they had just started to make really good connections here and friendships, but really not in a great position to come every day consistently. But I'm hoping maybe next year that will change and we can get them back in school. And this is such a blessing to them. I know it will be, and just to take all of that pressure off of Dede to provide a good holiday for them, I think is going to be so helpful. And
Because
I'm so excited to tell them.
Because people will ask, Stacey, what kind of work did Dede do? Maybe there'll be somebody listening who could say, well, she could work from home, or we have flexible schedules. I don't know if that'll happen, but I always like to ask just in case.
Yeah, you never know.
I know that she was doing something with, in a factory, maybe delivering some packages and that kind of thing. I don't necessarily want to say the name of the business.
Sure,
but,
no problem.
Of course.
Yeah, but because, her attendance had to be so inconsistent that she was not able to keep that job or even go to work. She's the sole parent for a child who's ill.
Yeah.
So, how do you decide, what's more important, taking care of your sick child or going to work to be able to provide? So it's really hard.
It is. Well, if we hear anything, we will pass that your way as well. You are leading this charge along with the rest of your staff there.
Yeah, Stacey, are you going to be able to get a team together to help you spend $5,000?
Yes, and we
Love
are
it.
our next staff meeting. I'm hoping to, go purchase some things, and by our next staff meeting, have a wrapping party to, be able to give these gifts, and we're really excited to do that. And you guys made that all possible, and we are so thankful. And I know that the staff here is going to be mind blown as well. Your generosity.
You all are the ones who opened your heart to families and welcome, like you said, to take an interest in them and share that love. We appreciate it. We're happy to be a small part on this. The audience is the one who donates and helps get this done. And you guys are doing all the work. We're just taking the credit. So thank you, Stacey. Have a wonderful holiday season, and make it happen for Miss Dede and Kayden.
Thank you so much, and I'm so happy to give you all the credit. You are not a small part. You are truly making a difference in people's lives, and such a huge blessing. So thank you so much.